Ford Field in downtown Detroit. It's Lion football as we jump right into the action in the first quarter of play. Second and 8 coming up. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one, 31 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 9 now. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space.
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. They'll set up a throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And blocked down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
We got this.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. And here he's got Grant. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Off play action. Carter. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Carter. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Back to throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he will put... His way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that'll set them back 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score. A fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there, second down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
7 yards, the pickup there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score in special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Back to throw is Carter on 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Space to run past the 20. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little